Who gives a shit what you give, Vivica Fox? You can't keep a man. See, I got problems with women like you, thinking that you talk as though
go off.
You're someone to be appeased. Shut up, Vivica Fox.
All right, guys, y'all looking at the thumbnail, y'all looking at the title of the video, y'all already know what time it is. It is time to get active. And today, we get mega active from the afterlife, all right? Guys, what I will tell you is that the last couple of weeks dealing with the passing of the late, great Kevin Samuels, and especially someone that was in close conversation with him, has been one of the most difficult times within my life. I mean, I've been going through a lot recently. I had cancer not too long ago. Kevin and I were actually cancer survivors, and we talked about that as well. But nevertheless, I'm getting off track. One of the most difficult things within this entirety of his passing is not only is it having this public figure that meant so much to men, meant so much to black men, meant so much to women as well, marriage-minded women as well, pass, but then also having a friend pass, but then also watching the insidious nature of the most negative, disrespectful, toxic, destroyed human being speaking about him, rejoicing his death, celebrating his death, has been one of the most mind-boggling things. And truth be told, guys, I talk about all day on this channel, people calling me out for like saying things like, you cherry pick different things. And I'm saying, listen, I experienced this within my real life. When I do experience these negative types of behaviors, I remove myself, but it does happen so much so that there's enough content to upload 2 videos a day on the subject, at least, right? But it wasn't until his passing that it really illuminated and highlighted the destructive behavior of all of these terrible people that Kevin used to speak about. And they're so upset because they've gone through their life unaccountable within their decisions, and someone had the gall to put up the mirror to their face and speak truth to them to enlighten those that have not yet made those mistakes, and their minds blew. It is so incredible, the indecency of these mongrels, the indecency of these scoundrels, the scum of the earth come up out after the man has passed. Anyway, one of those mongrels of a human being, her name is Miss Vivica Fox, which back in the day, through her acting career, a lot of people respected. But to see her fall from grace, to see her comments regarding Kevin Samuels, is complete and utter disrespect, but I think it highlights, and she can be used as a moniker of the type of decisions that you make in your life, how it then reflects with the type of person that you are, and then demonstrate it on syndicated platforms that pay money, that pay her paychecks for the bullshit that she speaks. Anyway, I'm getting off on a whole other shit. Kevin has responded from the afterlife. So let's play that video right here. Without further ado.
One of his last statements that he said was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, that you're no good and disposable. To me, it was a shock jock. And, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind. So, the fact that he killed over real quick and was supposedly with a woman that we don't yet know the nationality.
Who gives a shit what you give, Vivica Fox? You can't keep a man. One of your biggest regrets is you never had a kid. You never turned out a plus sign. See, I got problems with women like you, thinking that you talk as though
go off.
You're someone to be appeased. Shut up, Vivica Fox. I'm about tired of seeing your twisted up mouth everywhere. Every time you come on camera,
Rose
your
from
face
the
is
beyond,
twisted
Kevin.
up.
Go ahead. Talk to her.
We get it. You're a smart, sassy, strong black woman. Do you have another gear? Do you have another character? You've been playing the same character for the last 30 years.
Right.
We get it. 50 Cent, and Curtis Jackson responded and said, man, my ex-lover still want me. 17 years ago, we was together for 4 months, and she's still mad. My Badoom Doom must be better than I thought. Kudos to you, 50 Cent.
Keeping it
for
classy.
smiling through it.
Yeah.
I mean, have you guys looked at the way Vivica looks these days? Every time you see her, it look like she done sucked on a bag of lemons. Now, I remember back in the 90s when Vivica was hot. Fine. But Vivica, but so many women like Vivica A. Fox
Bitter,
fall
angry.
into a broadcast where I said, women have already met their guy, and they blew it. I mean, think about when you see Fox Soul, Vivica Fox, Claudia Johnson, and y'all feeling me, and Lisa Ray. Don't y'all see a bunch of old women and be like, y'all are 40 and 50 years old. Y'all should have been somebody's grandma by now.
So now it makes complete and utter sense why she spoke this negatively. It's no doubt that she heard those particular comments. So although she wasn't brave enough to call into his show, what she then did was to talk ish about him keeling over and slight laughing at it as what she did, because she knew that what the things that he was saying was goddamn true. But see, here's the reason why so many rejoice the death. Number one, the black community is matriarchal as hell. So we have all of these grown-ass women and grown-ass men running around with complete and utter emotion. Now, what happens when you run around with complete and utter emotion? When someone presents you with information, you often, and I see this happening even on my channel all day, you take a snippet of that information, you let your feelings get involved without researching the facts behind the things that are being said, and you get ridiculously butthurt over it. We have a feelings-based community, a community that is more worried in the way in which things are said versus the validity behind what is being said. And I think it's a goddamn shame. News programs like that, or wherever the hell that she is at over there, represents the pandering to women. I don't know why they call it Fox Soul. They should just call it Fox Black Woman, because it's not for black men. See, the ideas that were coming up that I would have in these conversations with Kevin and myself were specific to creating media for black men, because black men are tired of the bullshit. They're tired of being lied to, and they understand that the way that they grew up in their matriarchal community and their matriarchal household is not conducive to them developing within their manhood and their masculinity. See, we understood that. We understood the detriment of growing up under a single mother that has the vapid tongue as a Vivica A. Fox, one of which projects her anger of her own choices and decisions onto other people in and around them within their space. They never seek accountability. It's never their fault. And I'll be for goddamn if you call them out on their bullshit in a culture and a society that doesn't call them out, but instead panders to them and creates a media engine around that pander, all for the sake of the dollar bill. Fox Soul, you should be absolutely ashamed that you allowed this bullshit to tape. But at the same time that I'm glad that you did, because it continued to highlight Kevin's point. There's no code amongst this community. I got a white friend that hit me up not too long ago like, man, I'm sorry for everything that's happened. I know Kevin was cool with you, but what is with all of the negativity? He didn't get it. He understood Kevin's tone was a bit obnoxious, all right? Kevin knew it was a bit obnoxious, but Kevin knew he had to be polarizing in order to get y'all goddamn attention. And he worked himself to death, essentially martyring himself for what he believed in. It's like, yo, imagine if I went to the organization and no matter what I did, I was just put up on a pedestal. Right? I was given awards. I was told how goddamn amazing that I was. Imagine. It would be absolutely of no value to me for the totality or the accumulation of my career, because when do I get the opportunity to learn? But see, me as a man, I understand that feedback is a gift. It just sometimes just dismays me that I seem to be a part of a community where accountability is not paramount. Rest well, Kevin. We got your back over here, all right? You are actually one of the best roasters that the internet has ever known, so we'll keep that alive as well, all right? Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Vivica, keep Kevin's name out your mouth. Until next time, YouTube.